Welcome back to the International Broadcast Center in Sochi. I'm joined now by President Barack Obama from the White House. There are, of course, any number of questions that can be asked of any sitting U.S. president, but tonight we'll confine our conversation with President Obama to topics pertaining to these Olympics. First of all, thank you, Mr. President, for being with us tonight. And our first question is this. Neither you nor the Vice President, the First Lady, nor any high-ranking member of your cabinet will be in Sochi for these Olympics. Why not?
Well, unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to go to the Olympics since I've been president. There are a lot of things going on. Even when it was as close as Vancouver, I didn't attend. And the Vice President and the First Lady, obviously, they've got pretty busy schedules themselves.
You are sending openly gay athletes like Caitlin Cahow and Brian Boitano as part of the delegation. It's hard to miss the message that's being sent there.
Well, there's no doubt that we want to make very clear that we do not abide by discrimination in any forms, including discrimination on the basis of sexual orientation. And, you know, one of the wonderful things about the Olympics is that you are judged by your merit. You know, how good you are.
The U.S. and Russia obviously have their differences, but right now there's at least one area, where those interests coincide. How satisfied are you about the level of cooperation between Russian and American intelligence and security forces when it comes to trying to keep these games safe?
Well, I think the Russians have an enormous stake, obviously, in preventing any kind of terrorist act or violence at these venues, and they have put a lot of resources into it. We're in constant communications with them, both at the law enforcement level, at the military level, at the intelligence levels. And it's not untypical of every Olympics, whether it's in Canada or China or any place else. We are consistently working with them to make sure that not only are our athletes safe, but everybody who's attending these games are safe. And for those people who are in attendance, my recommendation, what I've said in the past, is just be mindful. And that's true, by the way, if there's a big international event inside the United States.
You came into office promising to reset America's relationship with Russia, and if anything, it seems to have deteriorated, and it also seems that if anyone is doing the resetting, it's President Putin. Syria, Iran, asylum for Edward Snowden, laws prohibiting U.S. couples from adopting Russian orphans. How well do you think you can work with President Putin going forward? How effectively?
Well, first of all, Bob, that was sort of a selective list. When we sit down and talk, there's not a lot of beating around the bush or niceties. I think it's all business, and so
we appreciate the time that you've given us, Mr. President. So one last question. Do you have a message for the United States team as they approach tonight's opening ceremony and the competition that will follow?
Well, we couldn't be prouder of them. I've had the chance now to meet a lot of Olympic athletes, including those that were so successful in Vancouver. One observation when they came to the White House, Michelle and I shook hands and met with all of them, and They all look really healthy.
There you go. Mr. President, good to talk with you again. Thank you for your time.
Go USA.